Hi, my name is Mustafa, and I'm the managing partner of Tech Ventures. In our last session, we discussed about the landed cost that is available in Business Central. Um, we we try to demonstrate a basic procurement cycle as shown in this presentation. So I would prefer if you just go back to our previous session if you have not seen it. So in today's session, we're gonna discuss more in detail about how this landed cost feature or landed cost functionality could be extended or could be implemented in real time in real scenarios. So let's take an example that we have two particular vendors that sell us, like we supply us the power banks. This power bank vendors, we send them the purchase order and we receive those purchase orders in our main warehouse. Um, this main warehouse then supply or distribute to small warehouses like west and east warehouses through internal transfers, and then we sell it to our final customers. Um, just to just for your information over here, that today we're not going to cover the sales side of this process, but uh, the the landed cost is not on the sales side. The landed cost is usually the internal transfers or the procurement side. So landed cost is usually used to capitalize your transportation or insurance or different kind of cost directly into your inventory. So it becomes your balance sheet item. So once you sell, your inventory is out from balance sheet and becomes part of your P&L. So any deliveries, any cost you incur to deliver goods at your customer is the part of your selling expenses directly. So you don't capitalize them. That we're gonna discuss in our maybe in our next sessions. So let's execute this particular scenario in Business Central and how we have set up the scenario for you. So let's take a look at the items first. So we have two items. One is power bank A and other one is power bank B. And these two power banks are supplied to us by two different vendors. So let's look at the vendors as well. So in our case, power bank A is supplied by Fabricam and power bank B is supplied by Contoso. Wide world importers help us to get these power banks to our main location, and and national importers, this particular vendor, help us to distribute our inventory from our main location to small warehouses that is east and west. Okay, so let's start our process by entering a purchase order for Fabricam. Sorry, then we're gonna procure it from Contoso. So let's create one purchase order for our main location. So I'm just gonna select Fabricam. Item would be power bank A. Location is main. And let's say we need 100 quantity. And we're gonna use the same direct cost that we have used in our previous scenario. I'm just gonna release it. And post the receiving as well. Let's take an example that I have received another purchase order. So that's from Contoso Limited. And that's power bank B. Location main. Quantity, let's say 10 again, or maybe 100. And this one, I don't have the cost, so let's put, let's say maybe 90. So I have this particular cost, and I'm gonna release it and do the posting that is receiving as well. So I have received these two purchase orders, and I have incurred um, some landed costs on these particular shipments. So I'm just gonna go in purchase invoices, and I'm just gonna click new and click and create the purchase invoice for wide world importers, and this is an item charge, and it's a freight. Let's take a location main, and let's say I have spent, let's say, maybe $400. Oh, sorry, $400. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in line. Sorry, related information, item charge assignment. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in item charge and get receipt lines, and I'm gonna fetch my power bank receivings. So it's gonna be 80 and 81. So I'm just gonna use this select more, and I can receive, I can see that power bank 100 and power bank A, brand A 100 quantity, and brand B is B 100 quantity. I'm gonna click OK. Now I have two shipments, okay, and I can use this suggest item assignment. Now using this suggest item assignment, I can distribute the landed cost, or distribute the freight based on equally. It could be by amount, by weight, or by volume. So I'm gonna do it by amount. So so if I do it by amount, so higher the amount will get the higher the cost. It could be by volume, okay? It could be by weight, or any other depending on the suggest item assignment screen. So you can use those options to allocate on multiple shipments. So I'm just gonna go back and put the vendor invoice, let's say 99012, and I'm gonna post it. I'm just gonna say click no. Okay, so in this case, we procured the items from Fabricam and Cantoso. We purchased power bank brand A, power bank brand B, and with the help of Wide World Importers, they shipped us to our main warehouse. So we have the inventory at our main warehouse. Now we need to transfer this inventory to our east and west warehouses. So let's say I'm gonna transfer maybe full inventory right now. So to our national transporters to these particular locations. Just to clarify over here that the landed cost has been recorded, and we can also go and invoice the purchase orders. So let's invoice the purchase orders and we can close them. So let's go to the purchase orders. So this is the one. I'm just gonna go click post and invoice them. I'm just gonna do for the second one as well. Okay, so now we're gonna create the transfer order. So let's take an example of a new transfer order. So we are transferring from our main location to our east warehouse, okay? And we have an item which is power bank brand A, let's say 100 quantity. Oh, sorry. Okay, and we have another item, power bank 1013, let's say 100 quantity. Okay, so I'm just gonna release them and do the posting. So if you are not aware of the transfer order process, in transfer order we have two processes. So in one of the warehouse someone can ship, and on the other warehouse someone can receive. So since we are in the demo environment, so we're gonna do it both at the same time. So I'm just gonna do the ship. So it will ship it to the transit warehouse, and then I'm just gonna receive. So it's, it transfers the, complete the transfer order. So if I go in the inventory, so let's look at the items and see how exactly they lie on different warehouses. Search power bank. So let's say this particular 100, where does it lie? So so it shows that 100 lies in East warehouse, and the same goes for um, power bank brand A. Then 100 should be available in East warehouse, and 10 should be, oh, 110 is available on East warehouse. So maybe last time we did some procurement directly at this particular warehouse. Anyways, so we have our transfer order completed. Now the idea is that we're gonna book the landed cost for these two transfer orders. So in order to do that, we just gonna go in a purchase invoice. We just gonna click new, and this time my vendor is National Importers, sorry, National Transporters. Let's say my invoice number is this. I'm just gonna go and charge item. Let's say I'm using the same freight, quantity 1. And let's say they charge us $200. I'm gonna go in item charge assignment, and this time rather than checking get receipt lines, we're gonna go in actions, functions, get transfer receipt lines. Okay, so in this case we have our power bank shipments like this. Okay, you might get confused with this one, so it represents that the first line represents the other one. So I'm just gonna go and select more. I'm gonna click OK. Click suggest item charge. So it's distributed on the based on the quantity. So the quantity is assigned. 200 has been equally assigned on both of them. So I'm just gonna go close, and I'm gonna do the post. So in this case, let's get back to the scenario. In this case, we recorded this as a part of our landed cost, and we recorded this particular component as part of our landed cost. So the idea behind to explain you is that Business Central allows you to record the landed cost not only on your purchase orders but also within your transfer orders. So I hope this has been explained. And if you have any questions, you can ask us. You can visit our website. You can call us, and you can ask those questions. I'm just gonna jump into the item, and we're gonna look at the cost of an item, like the way we did yesterday in our previous session. So this particular cost is dependent on not only on the purchase side, but also the cost that is involved in the sales side. Thank you very much for Thank you very much for seeing this video. So if you have any questions, please ask us. Thank you.